The conversation that they are having is extremely, extremely bullish. With inflation under control, the market's focus will now turn to employment data, which is the other 50% of the fans' mandate, expecting a steady 3.9% unemployment rate and 185,000 jobs added. If these expectations are met, I anticipate the uptrend in risk assets to continue, with Bitcoin testing new highs in the coming weeks. Let's hope that is what we see. The market is eager to price in rate cuts, but has finally recognized that the economy remains robust enough not to need them. So continued slowing of inflation alongside robust employment data is bullish for risk assets, whereas slowing employment and growth could see the market to begin questioning the economic weakness and speculate on recession, which would bring about the notorious situation where rate cuts are initially bearish for risk assets. Friday's PCE numbers could encourage traditional finance investors to allocate again into the spot Bitcoin ETF, which have slowed recently. Early trading during U.S. sessions this week will either support or challenge this idea. And no doubt Friday's unemployment numbers will have something to say. This is just some really good information to kind of know what we should be paying attention to. Friday's unemployment numbers is really going to, tell us if we're going to have a good weekend or not. If we have data that comes in kind of as expected, I'd imagine the market's going to continue to go up. If we see some radical changes and it's not coming in what we expected, we could have a pretty rocky weekend there. This video clip was taken from my Sensei Market updates that I do 2 to 3 times a week inside of the Cryptonaires Discord. If you are missing this alpha, you are missing out in crypto. Use the link in the description below, join our free chats, join the conversation, and start learning today. I hope you enjoy the video. This is important. I want you to listen very carefully. This is from PBS Wisconsin, Wisconsin is a state in the middle of America. But the conversation that they are having is extremely, extremely bullish for the entire world, especially the crypto world.
The Wisconsin Pension Fund, ranked as one of the most fiscally sound in the nation, took bold action this year. It invested in Bitcoin. Most all government workers are part of the employee trust fund that pays out retirement benefits. But for a pension fund widely known for being stable, prudent, and smart with investments, is this a departure or right on brand? Our next guest says it's certainly turning heads. We should note PBS Wisconsin employees are participants in the Wisconsin retirement system. We are joined by David Kraus, Marquette University Emeritus Associate Professor of Finance. And thanks very much for being here.
Yes, thank you.
So what is the reaction within the kind of investment industry to this news?
The investment industry is pretty amazed that a pension fund this early in the introduction of the Bitcoin ETF came on board. They expected it might take several years before there would be institutional involvement with Bitcoin investing.
So Bitcoin ETF is different and apart from the kind of Bitcoins that folks might have in their digital wallets?
Yeah, that's right. It was January of this year that the spot Bitcoin ETF was approved by the SEC. That allowed investors like the university systems or SWIB in this case, the Wisconsin Investment Board, to buy directly these securities that are regulated by the SEC, highly liquid, and traded on exchanges.
Still, was it a surprise to you to see that?
It was.
What's big here is they're taking pension funds and investing a portion of that into Bitcoin, spot Bitcoin ETFs. That is a big deal, because there are billions, if not trillions of dollars around the United States in pension funds or some type of retirement funds. And if we start seeing 5%, 10% of those funds going into certain crypto assets, that is only going to fuel an even bigger and greater fire. Now, I'm going to leave this video down here in the description in if you want to watch this whole thing. Little slower for me. It is PBS, but I thought that was very powerful to understand kind of what was happening there. And hey, it could be bullish long-term for all of us. Indianapolis Colt NFL kicker Spencer Schrader says he'll be taking his entire signing bonus in Bitcoin. Professional athletes openly talking about taking their either bonuses or their entire salary in either Bitcoin. I've seen stuff about some esports people in Japan taking it in XRP. This is mainstream, right? Because these guys have Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts or TikTok accounts filled with millions and millions of followers. And when their followers who are not in crypto or think crypto is a scam start seeing their favorite star or celebrity or whatever starting to take their actual bonuses or their pay in crypto, that could fuel the next billion people into the crypto space. And that I'm very, very bullish on. Let me just play this quick clip.
We saw OBJ, Saquon take a percentage of their salary or signing bonus in Bitcoin. How are you looking at Bitcoin as a newly signed NFL kicker?
Well, I can tell you this right now. I'm taking my entire signing bonus in Bitcoin.
We saw.
All right. People are bullish. People are bullish right now in crypto. I can only imagine that 2025 and the back half of 2024 is going to be an incredible year.